And you
All
know, the
right.
big seat. I
Yo,
said, and I don't.
first and foremost, what up? What up? What up? I'm not gonna be long because I got other things that I'm doing, but I just wanted y'all to hear some of this. What's up? This is Textile. If this is your first time here, thank you for tapping in. Hopefully, we earn your subscription by providing you value. I do a lot of different content on here. Mainly, I've been doing sports band. I do. I have done like battle rap blogs and different things of that nature. However, my channel, I can do what I want to do. So what I want to do right now at this time is react to a video that is a reaction video. This is Natania Reuben. Her channel is the dopest nerd on YouTube. I just became a subscriber last night. In 1999, there was a shooting in Club New York in New York City. I vaguely remember the the shooting, the time, like remember hearing about the rumblings, but there's so much more that is awakening that I can't deny from this listener to her speak. And so, without further ado, I could be forever long-winded with this. I could talk forever about, you know, sidebar things regarding this situation, but this was the shooting, if you're not familiar, where Sean Jamal Barrow, who is now working in Belize as a politician, was arrested, right? He ran out of the club right into the hands of police, right? Puffy was in the club, J-Lo was in the club. Tanya Rubin got shot in the face, and another gentleman was shot, I believe in the arm, and someone else was shot as well. In this video, Natanya is watching another video from a channel called the Proffer, which I'm about to take a look at in a little bit. And they had the detectives from the actual incident on the panel. And these guys get into detail. And when they get into detail, it gets very interesting because Puffy never went to jail for this, right? For shooting anybody or anything of that nature, right? And I'm not saying that he did or didn't shoot anybody or whatever the case may be, right? But when you listen to this, like, it's interesting. So let me just play from wherever because I don't want to. I'm probably gonna be on here for probably 10 minutes at the most. But I want to get some of this in and make like a part one. I got other stuff to do regarding these plays and things, and I got to make moves. So, but check this out. Let's just dive in.
Yeah, I think the idea was, I think the prosecutor was thinking he wanted, he based on her being there, he thought he could use her as a witness.
All right, let me back up a little bit.
They're like, I just want to go home.
Right.
What's going on? You gotta go find this guy. You're looking all over for him. Face him to the other side.
Hold on. And they got and her joint got it's monetized, so you gotta bear with the house. I just want to get to a point where it at least has some type of a we get type of a understanding of foundational grip first before we and maybe that should start with her voice other than say the cops.
Like a toasted almond can. And then you had the driver, Wardell Femerson, who was
Two and two together.
So he gets in touch with his boss.
The nap is on.
All right, hold on, yo.
of the New York City Midtown South Police Precinct
All right, here we go.
that investigated. So all these little crumb bombs trying to get clickbait on the internet.
Right. So again, this is Natanya Rubin, and she's talking about her watching the video. Right. Again, this is on the dopest nerd. I just watched this last night because as these things unfold, a lot of me is awakening up from back in the days. If you don't know, let me give you a little bit of my background and come to this. Like in the late '90s is when I started rapping because I left my old neighborhood in the late '80s after my mom's passed. and went back around there in the mid '90s to find my homeboys that I was growing up with in our adolescence now, rapping. So I was like, wait, y'all know how to rap? I'm gonna figure out how to rhyme. So around '96 or so is when I started rapping. I met Jay-Z. I ran into Jay-Z downtown Brooklyn. That's another story for another day. We're gonna get into that. And you know, that whole ordeal and what I speculate transpired as a result of that interaction, right? Um, but so I've been outside. Basically said all that to say that I've been outside. I've been in meetings. I've shook hands with some of the top executives in music, point blank, period. I done helped a lot of people along their routes, some who still have success today. Um, Over 1 million streams in music under my publishing and so forth and so on. So not nothing crazy, I would say, by in certain, but definitely there's a lot to unpack. I've done shows, I've gave away money at shows to different the unsigned artists, done had K Slade come down to my showcase and speak on the mic to the people, inspire the people, all kinds of stuff. So I've been outside. I done got kicked out of trying to get inside of Did Daddy's house because me pushing, trying to put these artists on, right? Like trying to get people on. Like I'm in front of Daddy's house and they like, yo, get out of here. Like, so I've been outside. So with that being said, not new to this, I'm true to this.
And they trying to run up their little business telling you all these stories. Lies. Lies, I say. You heard what he said. And I never released the guy's name. But since the cop released it, I'm going to say it. Marcus. A lot of people's like, Scar hit him with money. No, he didn't. And I told y'all that then. Scar did not hit him. The guy who was with Scar hit him. But I always said, I'm not going to reveal his name. If he wants to come out and reveal his name, he is all welcome to do so. I was not going to do it because I don't want to infuse anybody else's life into the madness of this case if they so choose for their life not to be in it. That's who hit him with the wad of money. Scar's friend Marcus.
All right, so she was saying that a guy named Marcus hit Puffy with the wad of money in a club. It was a guy named Scar with a guy named Marcus. And inside the club, Puffy was in VIP, but then proceeded to go to the bar. And when he was at the bar, if I'm not mistaken, he may have bumped into somebody and knocked a drink over or something like that, or maybe the dude's knocked Puffy drink over. Somewhere with a drink got knocked over, argument ensued, and the dude threw the money in Puffy's face or some shit like that.
Hit him with the money, but you'll hear more about Marcus later on. Go back to the video. And trust me, remember what I said also before, being that Scar is a guy from the street, the metric in the street is I'm not going to help the cops solve no crimes. I'm not going to help. So you got to listen very intently to the details of how they got Scar to even give a statement. And so, you got to wonder, he gave that statement under duress. Listen to the details. I'm gonna push it back just a little so I don't interrupt that whole line of what he was saying.
The video, so she gonna figure that part out.
What's going on, and shoots in the direction of the guy who pushed Puffy, which turns out to be Matthew Allen, who is named Scar. Yeah.
But I always said, I'm not going to reveal his name. If he
Bring it
wants to
back
come
to
out
the
and
car.
reveal his name, he is all
Because
welcome
this
to
part
do so.
gets
I
interesting
was
right
not
here.
going to do it because I don't want to infuse anybody else's life into the madness of this case if they so choose for their life not to be in it. That's who hit him with the
I
water
got,
gun.
yeah, I gotta peep this though. It gets interesting right here. It gets real crazy right here. So peep game.
Remember what I said also before. Being that Scar is a guy from the street, the metric in the street is I'm not going to help the cops solve no crimes. I'm not going to help. So you got to listen very intently to the details of how they got Scar to even give us.
Now remember, this is Natania Reuben watching a video, doing a reaction video to the detectives who are now retired, who worked worked in the city at that time who were they basically involved in the case, in the matter, in the incident, so forth and so on.
Statement. And so, you gotta wonder, he gave that statement under duress. Listen to the details. I'm gonna push it back just a little so I don't interrupt that whole line of what he was saying.
Be sure to like the video. If you like the video, share the video too. If you care to share the video, because it's gonna get interesting. It's gonna be a little interesting. Yeah, I ain't gonna
John is in the area, but not next to him.
I might turn the camera.
Sees what's
around.
going on and shoots in the direction of the guy who pushed Buffy, which turns out to be Matthew Allen, who is named Scar. Yeah, and then Scar, you know,
Get it.
you know, depending on what witness you talk to, he shoots his gun in the air. Shine is in the area, but not next to him. Sees what's going on and shoots in the direction of the guy who pushed Buffy, which turns out to be Matthew Allen, who is named Scar. Yeah, and then Scar, you know, and the guy who threw the money, which we find out later on, his name is Marcus, and they take off. Anyone else not brandish a gun at that time? Not that we're aware of.
So it's just those two.
Yeah.
Right. And
So, anybody else see anybody with, not that, I don't remember specifically anyone else seen with a gun or shooting.
No,
So, so we can get into this maybe in more detail, but the club has metal detectors and they search people when they come in. The only, which is, you know, which is the only people who didn't go through the metal detectors is Puffy and J-Lo.
Right.
And, I think everyone else.
they were the only ones that had notes.
right.
Yeah, so
All right. So you heard that, right? Now I'm not saying this is 100%. What they're saying is what it is, but if you heard what they said, they just said they were the only ones that had guns. They, right? And he said they, meaning who went through without walked around the metal detectors.
the person we got the notification with, Matthew Scar Allen, would have had a gun if they didn't have metal detector, because he was a bit of a gangster and, and
Can y'all hear this? Can you hear it clear?
the club had guns because they, you know, they weren't able to, they didn't have the luxury of bypassing the searching through the metal detectors, so.
So Shine runs out. He's grabbed. He's got a hot gun. It's warm to the touch.
Yeah.
And then we have Puff, J-Lo, the driver, Anthony Wolf Jones in the Navigator, heading up 8th Avenue. They get pulled over by Midtown North precinct.
Yeah.
Cops get brought to the precinct, put on ice, being held for investigation. Shine now is locked up, gun recovered there. When the Midtown North police pulled over the Navigator, what did they recover from that car?
There was a gun recovered from the Navigator also,
Right.
and that was brought in, and then eventually, right, there was the third gun.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, what was the story about?
All right. You heard what he said? Eventually, there was a third gun.
And the third gun that was recovered.
that was recovered, we recovered that a couple days later. What happened was there was a gentleman out there, he was driving, he was in escort service, he was parked on 8th Avenue. He was sitting in his car as the Escalade went by.
So he's driving hookers around.
Yeah, he's a limo driver for an escort.
While he's sitting there,
So an escort's driver for limo service is sitting there, navigating goes by.
a gun comes flying out of the rear passenger side of the Navigator, and literally lands on the hood of his car, and he confiscates it. He really doesn't know what to do with it, and he eventually tells his boss, who he works for, right, hey, he sees what's going on. I believe he saw everything like the next day or that night on TV.
Yeah, he sees the news, puts two and two together.
So he gets in touch with his boss.
Does this
Yeah.
Yeah.
sort of.
And what was his statement to the police? I'm sitting in the car,
And he was an escort driver. He was waiting for his escorts to come back out.
Minding his own business, and he says the link light-skinned, slender arm throw this loaded weapon out the window, and that lands on his car.
Okay, from the rear passenger side.
All right, so basically, what this is insinuating potentially, in speculation, is that this light-skinned, slender arm couldn't have been Wolf, couldn't have been Diddy. Sean was already arrested. The driver was not in the back seat. And where was Jayla?
All right, now, so for a time period, we've got the three apprehended.
Now, why do I care, right? Why do I care? I just look at things and I try to look at things from a fair perspective, but I also look at who I've encountered in my life, when and where and why and what happened, things of that nature. Now, there was a time where I worked on a set, and I'm gonna look this up because I think I looked it up before, and I didn't see any reports of it. But I worked on a set on a show where someone who we mentioned was a producer of the show, right? And they were on the set of the show, and their energy was not what I thought it would be, right? Just from my encounter with them, or lack of interaction with them, it was just seemed a little strange. And at the end of the night, right, we had a shoot, and it was in a cemetery, if I'm not mistaken, and I doubt that I'm mistaken. Leaving, like after the shoot was done and we were all like leaving out, there was a freakish incident where ambulance had to come to the shoot and everything, like real. It wasn't fake. And it was a little eerie, and that was always strange to me. So now that this is coming back around, it just makes me want to dive a little bit more into that incident. Like, yo, what was that? So, man, just wanted to put that out there.
Watch out.
Because again, I've been around this industry, film, uh, music, sports, like you name it. And I've encountered a lot of this funny stuff that you hear Jaguar, right, talk about, Big Homie CC's, Jonathan Hay, Natania Reuben, like we're watching her video now. She's someone who I remember hearing about, and Choke No Choke has mentioned countless times over the years, but it was something that was in the back of my mind, never really, because I never really thought we would get to this point where, just to be real about it, it sounds crazy, but to say that Sean Combs would be behind bars, because it always seemed like he wasn't involved in things directly. And this is dating back as far as I can remember with dealing with this guy. Because the first incident that I remember, I was watching the news, and when they had the people get trampled at the school, his name was involved. And I just kept saying to myself, how could this man be involved with this incident? Nothing really came about where we saw remorse, like real public remorse. If he made a statement or video or something like that and I missed it, okay. But I don't really remember that. So that always rubbed me the wrong way. Not only that, just the incident itself happening under his watch, so to speak. That's how the energy came across there, because it's like, all right, if you go to somebody's show and there's something happening, then it's like you know, it's like if you have children or if you are someone who's looking to go to an event, oh, you might have second thoughts about going there because this is happening. Like, why is this happening? You know, and also me seeing him at a video shoot where I was like, who is this guy? He was just sitting in a car and nobody else was really around. He's sitting in a car eating food, like eating a plate, like aluminum foil plate, like a West Indian plate, like oxtail or something looked like, possibly, right? Like I came from school and Mary J. Blige was having a video shoot in Fort Greene, and this was Sean Combs. This before we knew who he was for real. His name wasn't popular like that. His face wasn't popular like that. But he was on the set and he was, in the video with Mary J. Blige and stuff like that. But he was just the one there on the actual set before everyone got going, and I was just sitting there waiting to see Mary, waiting for the video shoot because I was actually in school for video. So, this is something that intrigued me. So I was there the whole night. I'm like, I didn't make the video. I wasn't thirsty to be in the video. I think maybe in a remix video you might be able to see me in the background, but I'm sure they have footage that didn't make the cut. You will see me around. I was there all day, all night. In fact, the guy, I believe his name was Pat, played the love interest of Mary J. Blige in the video. Was an older guy that I know from playing basketball in the neighborhood at that time. That video shoot was a few blocks from my junior high school in Fort Greene, junior high school that I attended. So yeah, I'm seeing this guy and I'm like, yo, who is this dude? It was just okay, like was he placed there? I don't know, I just felt like putting that out there because it came to my mind, and I'm just gonna speak and give you what I got here in my reaction to this incident here. So yeah, let's go.
He confiscates it. He really doesn't know what to do with it. And he eventually tells his boss who he works for.
So the cop, just backtrack a little bit. The cops in the video talking about the navigator driver. They the The gun flies out of the car from a hand of a slender, light-skinned hand onto the hood of his car. He takes the gun. He doesn't know what to do with it. Then he gives it to his boss. So that's where we are right now.
But nobody else would call them pad guns because they weren't able to, they didn't have the luxury of
I
buying,
just brought it back a little bit.
passing the searching through the metal detectors, so.
So Shine runs out, he's grabbed, he's got a hot gun, it's warm to the touch.
Yeah.
And then we have Puff, J-Lo, the driver, Anthony Wolf Jones in the Navigator, heading up 8th Avenue. They get pulled over by Midtown North precinct.
Yeah.
Cops. They're brought to the precinct, put on ice, being held for investigation. Shine now is locked up, gun recovered there. When the Midtown North police pulled over the Navigator, what did they recover from that car?
There was a gun recovered from the Navigator also.
Right.
And that was brought in, and then eventually, right, there was the third gun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, what was the story behind the third gun that was recovered?
that was recovered. We recovered that a couple of days later. What happened was there was a gentleman out there. He was driving. He was in escort service. He was parked on 8th Avenue.
Right.
He was sitting in his car as the Escalade went by.
So he's driving hookers around.
Yeah, he's a limo driver for an escort.
While he's sitting there, a gun comes flying out of the rear passenger side of the Navigator, and literally lands on the hood of his car, and he confiscates it. He really doesn't know what to do with it, and he eventually tells his boss, who he works for, right, hey, he sees what's going on. I believe he saw everything like the next day or that night on TV.
Yeah, he sees the news, puts two and two together,
So he gets in touch with his boss.
does his civic duty,
Yeah.
sort of.
And what was his statement to the police? I'm sitting in the car,
And he was an escort driver. He was waiting for his escorts to come back.
Minding his own business, and he says the Lincoln Navigator is driving by. According to him, he sees a light-skinned, slender arm throw this loaded weapon out the window, and that lands on his car.
From the rear passenger side.
all right,
Word.
so for a time period, we've got the three.
Did you hear what he said? Now you see why I go so hard for J-Lo? When all these people, oh, J-Lo's innocent, And he was more tan complected, like a toasted almond tan. And then you had the driver, Wardell Fenderson, who is also, he's my complexion. And Shayla. So out of, we're gonna do that thing Sesame Street used to do. A roller skate, leg warmer, baseball cap, and then, or maybe that's a bad analogy. Let me redo this. We're gonna have a baseball glove, a baseball bat, a baseball, and a duck. One of these things is not like the other. Three of these things are one and the same. Can you help me?
Yo,
Bye, bye.
we be back another time with more of this, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Appreciate you. Already know the vibes. And yeah, I always tell them to leave a link to these joints, right? I will try to post a link, but the dopest nerd is the channel. THA, dopest nerd. Natania, Reuben,